Let's tackle a crucial issue that affects us audiophiles at one point or another in our lifetimes, and that's review addiction and living in fear. And most people do not recognize how detrimental that can be, and what are the effects. So now let's see what's happening and what is the light side of binging on reviews, and what's the dark side that we do not necessarily recognize. So I guess all of us are addicted to some degree of checking out the latest reviews. What's the last equipment coming out? What's the next best thing? What's the next killer component? What's the new amplifier of the year? Stuff like that. And then you go and get it, and then you are super happy and you feel that you have made a killing of it. And then next week, maybe next day, maybe you haven't even unwrapped your new gear, your new deck or whatever, and then the next killer review comes out and it totally destroys your beloved amplifier. And that happens every time, and it doesn't matter what you get, the next killer review is going to destroy it. And that's why us audiophiles, many of us, live in a constant insecurity and fear of bad choices, and that's why we take just so long to commit to anything, because you never know. Next month your product, your baby, is going to get destroyed anyway. So I'm going to reach to a classic now to explain the situation. If you remember the Conan movie, when they ask Conan, what's best in life? And this saying goes exactly what Conan responds is exactly true for audio as well. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. So in high-end audio terms, it's to crush your own enemies with the next killer review, see them driven before you. That's what the reviews do to the products. They just have the products driven before you and just crush them. And then you hear the lamentations of not their women but your women, the lamentations of your spouse, your girlfriend, for spending too much time with stereo, too much money on stereo. What are you goofing about? You spent another 10k and it sounds worse than before. And I think that's a critical issue that needs to be addressed. So if you want to escape this what's best in high-end audio trap, then the first thing you need to fix is the lamentation of the women. So this means that when you make a choice to purchase an equipment or go in a certain direction, you better involve your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whoever's you live with, because their happiness is going to be very heavily impacting on your everyday life. I know of bad equipment choices that led to severe marital problems, so be really watchful for this issue. And even if you have such a mentality that you don't care about your marriage, you care more about the stereo, that's fine too, but still you should involve your spouse, because to have a second set of ears, double check what you hear, and that helps tremendously. If you are not alone on your audio journey, your process will be exponentially faster and more rewarding. So right now, if you just stick in the review mentality, by and large, the wholeness of the review system goes towards louder the better, no cost no object mentality. That's what the magazines started to instill into us, and that's where what gets the most attention. I say there are reviewers who are telling the exact opposite, but they are the smaller voices. The big voices and the tendency is the part of the loudness war system, so that everything gets louder and louder and louder, and we are going away from quality, which means level of refinement, towards just playing loud, playing big, playing deeper. So that's it. It's kind of like exchanging quality to quantity, and at higher and higher prices, and the end will be your room and your everything just, and your life exploding away under the constant pressure of having to upgrade to more and more expensive stuff, which doesn't bring you that kind of satisfaction you want, but it certainly can play louder and louder and annoy your neighbors more and more. So you can escape from this trap if you know the rules of audio and the laws of physics, and you use educated choices to build your system towards your dreams, your goals, and not to some random the best thing. Because there are gurus out there, self-proclaimed heroes, like look at me, I'm telling you stuff too, where to go, what directions to choose, but do not listen to me. I will give you options, and I will educate you on the rules of physics that apply to audio, but really the choice is yours. You know what you want, and my job here is to help you get what you want. And the step 0 in that road is that lasting experience that you want, that all of us crave for. It comes from equipment synergy. It's when your system works together, because it's like the components in your system are like ingredients in a food, and to make a dish that's palatable, that's tasty, that's nurturing, all the ingredients have to mix together and go well together. And if you just get like best and best and best, throw them together, you get an unedible mix. So you need to get something that can play together. And if you throw a single killer component in the mix, it's like you have like a perfect Italian dish, but instead of the pasta, you throw in maybe something like a Japanese recipe, maybe like a piece of raw fish, because it's the best sushi in the world. It won't work. So what will work is when you take decades of fine cultivation of getting to know yourself, what you want, and laws of physics, how it translates to equipment, and then you can step up on that. And the critical part is where we started, is the lamentation of your women, is make the music the first, what you listen to, and involve your spouse or girlfriend. So I hope this helps everyone, and good luck on your audio journey. Bye bye.